Welcome back. Severe obesity can lead to joint pain and interfere with a person's ability to bend, lift, carry, and even walk. Undergoing bariatric surgery helps with weight loss, but can it also help alleviate joint pain and improve a person's overall physical function? A new study examined whether pain levels and physical function improved for patients after weight loss surgery.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
Earl McConnell had gastric bypass surgery 3 years ago after being diagnosed with diabetes.
I did have back problems. They told me I had to lose weight.
Now his diabetes is controlled and so is his back pain.
It was definitely easier to get around, easier to get up and down off the floors, playing with my grandkids and going running around chasing them.
Patients come to bariatric surgery for all sorts of reasons. Some of them it may be their diabetes, but for many of them it's major health issues.
Most commonly knee and hip pain that prevents people from doing walking activities and other activities. Primarily in clinical practice, what I hear are concerns with joint function.
Doctors Anita Kirklis and Wendy King from the University of Pittsburgh and co-authors studied more than 2,200 bariatric surgery patients from 10 U.S. hospitals over a 4-year period. Patients filled out questionnaires about their pain and physical function before surgery and each year for 3 years after surgery. Patients also participated in a 400-meter walking test.
There was 50 to 70% improvement in pain and physical function at the 1-year time point, and then some continued improvements up to 3 years as well.
And although there's deterioration of improvement in some patients from 1 to 3 years, the majority still by 3 years are much better off than they were before surgery. With our objective walking test, we also saw that about a quarter of patients still had mobility deficits post-surgery. We looked at patients who had severe pain and disability in their hips and knees, indicative of osteoarthritis, and 3/4 of them had improvements in their hip and knee pain and function through 3 years of follow-up.
This sends the message that bariatric surgical procedures may have a big impact on people's ability to improve their physical function over time.
Earl maintains his weight loss and recently received praise from his cardiologist.
That's the first time I ever seen him smile too when I went in there after I had the gastric bypass done. I'm looking for a long, happy life and see the grandkids get married.
Catherine Dolf, The JAMA Report.
Thank you so much, Catherine. Younger patients, those with fewer depressive symptoms and a higher income pre-surgery, had a greater likelihood of improvements in their pain and function levels after surgery. Valley Electric Association's Rebecca Oscarson spoke to News 46 about their upcoming annual meeting.
We just finished up our district meetings and we're moving right on to our annual meeting, which will be held April 23rd at the Pahrump Valley High School. Registration starts at 10:30 in the morning. And it's like every one of our other meetings. We're excited about it. It provides the community to learn a lot of information about their electric co-op. We will have Lieutenant Governor Mark Hutchinson as our keynote speaker. And then we're just now kind of firming up with Switch. We anticipate having someone from Switch, but Lieutenant Governor Mark Hutchinson is confirmed.
What is Switch?
It's a large data center, and they have offices in Reno and in Las Vegas, and they're now starting to expand throughout the country.
One of the really important things about going to this annual meeting is to get an update on all the things that Valley Electric is doing. And there's so much, isn't there?
There is so much. We have the community solar project. We have still got our solar water heater ongoing. We've got fiber broadband. We're excited about that. So there's a lot to talk about.
And even some of the partnerships that you have made throughout the past years and throughout the years in general, and looking into the future, right?
That's correct. For example, the electric charging station in Beatty. That is a perfect example of the kind of innovative partnering that we like to do. We have the first electric charging station up and running on this electric highway that the governor and has been working on. So we want to participate in those kinds of things. We think it's important, and it falls right into our wheelhouse on where we're going.
So people with electric cars, if they're driving through, if they're listening to this, you can charge in Beatty right there next to the famous candy store there.
Right, at Eddie World. Not only do we have a charging station, but Tesla's got a charging station there. And right now, to charge on our charging station, there's no cost for the first 5 years, which is very nice.
So Valley Electric Association's annual meeting, once again, the date and time and location, and you just need to be a member, right?
That's right. We would love to have all of our members show up. It's going to be April 23rd, which is a Saturday, and registration opens at 10:30 in the morning, and lunch is at 11.
The cell that carried out the Paris and Brussels attacks sought to target the Euro 2016 soccer championships in France, ISIS terror suspect Mohamed Alberni has told interrogators. Also, a computer used by Brussels attackers found in a garbage bin outside the group's bomb factory contained a file of research indicating Law Defense shopping mall in Paris and a Catholic association were additional potential targets. The Euro 2016 tournament, slated to run from June 10th to July 10th in cities across France, is one of the biggest international sports spectacles in the world. There were already fears about security at the championship. In November, the same cell carried out 3 suicide bombings outside the French National Stadium while Germany was playing France. Attackers tried but could not get inside the stadium. Alberni was one of 6 people detained in raids Friday across the Belgian capital. Investigators said the same ISIS network was behind the Paris attacks and the Brussels suicide bombings. News 46 will return in just a moment with more local news.